they were really sharp in their fielding, right? If a team can help you save crucial 20-25 runs, it's very important. And fielding in today's oopsie, and we've got Amal pulled up there. Uh, yeah, he's down. That does not look good. He's early in the day when I was talking to him, he did mention that he has a strain on his thigh. I guess all the cricket is taking its toll. You know, the Tanzanian team flying out on the day the tournament started, playing 2 games straight on. Being his first tournament. So it's not easy. But I must, hats off to his commitment. Absolutely, any other player could have opted not to play, but in this situation, he's still playing and batting really, really well. But yeah, coming back to what you said, fielding is really important. The standards are improving. Teams are working on their fielding sessions. I've been around in Tanzanian cricket for a while, and I remember the sessions used to be, you come, warm up a bit, batting, bowling, and you go home. But I think teams are all spending a good half an hour, 45 minutes, working on their drills of fielding, which is vital as the game becomes faster and faster. But at the same time, that also has to shift to the batsmen. They need to learn how to keep on nudging around and not having too many dot balls. That's a beautiful shot by Jitin, but just one. Dromit collecting it cleanly. Yash, coming to you and your team, DTB Gymkhana, you guys have really come up this year. You took the relegation blow early on in the season, and then you went on to win the Division A1, and you guys have been promoted. And by miles, you surprised a lot of units this time, and getting to the semis, the knockouts of this tournament. Oh, what a catch! I think Amal eventually had to go. He was hurting, but a brilliant catch by Venu. Caravans need to be careful over here, not to lose quick wickets. Because if AK can pick a couple of wickets here, it would change the perception of the game very quickly. I would assume it's Kasimu walking in, who's had a fine tournament, a purple cap holder. So it's going to be interesting to see how the AK bowling unit comes out now. But yeah, coming back to you, what's the positive you guys have taken from this year's tournament, and how do you see a very youthful team? Yeah, at one time there was also talks of dropping you into B, but you guys really proved your worth. And how does it feel? What has changed? And what do you guys think you want to achieve next year?
Well, I mean, it feels amazing. We've had a great season. We've won A1, and coming on to the semis in Caravans, it's a very big thing for us. One positive thing, we didn't want to lose, but it's part of the game. You lose, you win. So the positive thing we took back is we took it as a team. We are a team. We just have our heads high. We just need to focus on our fielding and some individual performances which need to stand up. The starts, we're not converting it. So some small things we've discussed. But overall, yes, the boys are really happy. The boys are, yes, they weren't happy yesterday because definitely they wanted to play a final. But it's not the first time Gymkhana has reached to the finals. The last time we reached there, it was, I wouldn't say a one-man show, but it was just 2-3 people taking us away. But this is much more of a team effort. The moment the groups were out, the boys were like, yes, we have a chance, and definitely we held the string, and we proved, we haven't proved anything yet, but we made a mark that, yes, Gymkhana is here to play cricket as well. Well, I'd say about the goal we have next year is definitely win a major tournament, such as a longer format like 50 overs in a Caravan tournament. So, yes, we again are looking to have another amazing season. Coming on to this game, I think Caravans are taking up the challenge AK are slightly getting up with the game. 3 wickets lost. Amal's catch, he was looking to do something. He was limping, but didn't quite connect. And Vinu leaning over to his right. That was a brilliant catch, showing the amount of experience and quality he has. Vipin bowling those hard lengths, not giving batsmen any room. Ashish, before these guys from India who came to play, it was these two were taking Caravans towards a respectable total or towards the victory line. It was Jitin and Kasimu who are keeping up a big partnership. And yet again, we see both of them batting. They used to bat maybe one down or two down, but right now I think with the likes of Amal, they have changed the batting order. But yet again, they're back at the crease. Kasimu looking confident. He's had a great tournament. He's taken wickets. He's scored runs. And Jitin, I feel he has a better connection with Chete over the past years. So, do you think that this is a lethal pair for AK, and they need to have a breakthrough over here as early as possible?
That's true. These two have played a lot of cricket together. They did carry the team, but I think with the new addition, it gives them the freedom as well. You know, it takes the pressure off you, and probably that's why you're seeing the positive side of Chete, who's been brilliant all season this year. So yeah, you know, good players add value to the team, but also improve the existing players. You know, you can see they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. Just take the singles here and there, a couple of dot balls. They're not going to get flustered about all that. We're finally poised now at the Petrofuel DC Caravans Cup T20 for this year, 2022. Caravan still on course to win this game. 56 for 3 in 9 overs. They are at 6.2 runs an over. Required run rate is well below 6 at the moment. Coming in to bowl now is Laksh. He's been a find, an absolute left arm find for Tanzania. Had a brilliant under 19, and he was taken on board by Aga Khan, and he's surrounded by so many senior players to guide him. That's his first ball. Whoa! Almost getting the better of Jitin over there. He has taken Jitin a number of times actually in this year, so he's a very confident boy in a very good setup. It's amazing to see how young and how simple he keeps. I mean, he's so young and keeps it so simple.
I think yet again you mentioned it's because of the senior players he has around, always there to guide him. And this is the stage where he'll have to work on. That's a chance, and it's missed by the keeper. It's another sloppy fielding. I think AK's fielding hasn't been up to the mark yet. I've been seeing singles just slipping up here and there. If they would have kept this fielding tight, I think there would be 10 runs. Oh, that's a chance. Pad, and umpire is not interested. I think most of the team members were interested, but the umpire says nope, it's down leg. It's like I mentioned before as well. Jitin has been struggling from left arm off spinners, going out of away from him. I think he tends to lose his wicket playing cautious, and he needs to open up a bit. This is my thinking of his approach and what he should do.
That's right. He needs to just change his game a bit. Probably also, a bit of tiredness there. They've been off on tour. They came at, I think it was 3 a.m. on Saturday. Then they played a game yesterday. But a wicket here would make it very interesting. Now that's a wide ball from Laksh. The bowler wasn't too happy. Vishal and a big thinking that's a catch. That was a bump ball. Good over by Laksh. 60 in 10 overs. This is now finally poised. 3 wickets down. AK, you can never write them off. The team. Laksh going for 9 runs in 2 overs so far. Vipin going for 7 in 2. So they've really pulled this back, just giving 16 runs in their 4 overs and obviously 1 wicket. So AK now putting on the brakes. But again, Caravans can afford a few slow overs. The beauty of the grounds in Tanzania is that the crowd is so close near the boundary. You can really just, have a go at the fielders. So it's very intimidating. Although a very respectful crowd over here, we don't really, give a hard time to our fielders or our players. Vipin coming into bowl to Jitin. This has been the favorite shot to Jitin, but it's also been his undoing for a very long time. We saw him getting out a number of times. And in fact, even in one of the games in the Africa Cup, he tried to be too cute with the shot and he was caught behind.
Yes, that's true. Jitin loves the cut and the area behind third man. But I think one of the reason both batsmen are calm and not trying anything different is because they know that they have a strong batting lineup. Having Akhil Anil still yet to bat. Not to mention that he played a beautiful innings, 47 of 23 balls yesterday with 3 beautiful sixes. So Akhil Anil might be the changing point of the Caravan side, the game side. He's been batting really well. The left-hander is a strong left-hander. He has magnificent strength generating power. Couple of shots which can be used at the end towards the death. So I think this is the reason why the batsmen aren't trying something, but it could be a problem. He might not click. So this is my thinking that they should at least try something, get the runs on board as much as possible, so that Akhil does not have pressure at the end if he gets to bat.
If you got to pick up something here, you can see the difference here. Amal tends to keep the ball, the scoreboard ticking. Vinu as well on the other side is always looking for singles, and that keeps the opposing team under pressure. But over here we've had 3 dot balls. All of a sudden you'll see the required rate going up. That's a good stop by Vishal, but he's down now. We've had a lot of players going down. Seems to have hurt his knee. He's not got up again. It's a bit concerning for AK.
I think with experience, I feel that it does really count, because Jitin's deliberately playing that shot really fine towards third man, and Aizad has kept a fielder right there, and this was supposed to be a 1, but due to the field set it wasn't. It was straight to him, but unfortunately he misses a step and lands on his knees. I think that's what hurt his knees, and he's down. I think this is what AK do not need, and Caravans wanting to capitalize on this, looking for him on the field, getting runs off him if he's limping or if he can't run. On the other side, Kasimu and Jitin having a chat, each telling both of them that don't worry, calm down, the game's not over, we've still got this. But when suddenly it looked that Caravans had it, AK brought the game back. It's now both sides. At one stage they were 43 for 7, 43 for 2 in 7 overs, and now they're 60 for 3 in 11 overs. So that's pretty good work by the AK side. AK bowling has been really sharp. Good work done by Vipin, conceding only 7 runs and a wicket of his 3 overs. Laksh giving 9 runs of his 2 overs. So it's been a very strong and disciplined bowling, which looked sloppy at the start but has come back to the AK we know. And this is what's troubling both the batsmen. This is a chance. It should have been taken. Jitin Pratap Singh on the danger end, but the fielder knows it. As soon as he threw it, he knew that he's missed it, and this is one chance AK need to take, as we all know how dangerous Jitin Pratap Singh can be at the end. He's lethal. Wasn't a run, but as you can see, pressure makes batsmen do things they shouldn't. 3 dots, and he deliberately took that run because 3 dots and the pressure was there. So what do you think, Ashish? Because runs aren't coming. It's tight bowling from the AK side, and they're trying to have these risky runs. So is this the stage to get those risky runs?
No, not needed. But this is what dot balls do to you, right? Vipin using all his experience. I think there was a bat over there. Yeah, we've been using all his experience, only giving away 8 runs in 3 overs. These two boys really tightening the screw at the moment and taking the required run rate up. The thing is, Laksh finishes overs so quickly. You don't realize, that he's already into his 3rd ball so fast. This is a 16-year-old boy, really confusing. Two very experienced players. So he's a good find, good talent that Tanzania has found. That should be easy. That's a chance there. A direct hit, but Vishal is down again. This seems to be a problem for Aga Khan. We've had Abik and Harshid look a bit fragile. Now Vishal is down. Again proving to be a good over. Just 2 runs of it. Three runs of it, so 64 for 3. One ball to go in this over. By no means over. A good stop by Vishal there. Kasimu doing the right thing to send Jitin back very quickly. Laksh only giving away 3 runs. So if you go to see in the last 4 overs, the 9th over going for 3 runs, the 10th over going for 4, and then 1 run in the 11th over, and 3 runs in the 12th over. So AK is pulling this back slowly. Obviously our Caravans play quite deep, but again this is the finals, right? All of a sudden the required run rate is now at 7, when they were going at 8 and over, and now it's required 7 and over. So this will continue adding the pressure. Vinu is coming in. We thought Vipin would finish his quarter, but Vinu is coming in. 8 overs to go. We still have Riziki has 1 over. Harshid will definitely bowl at the death. But do you think Harshid should be brought in right now? Because they're looking for wickets, and maybe a couple of wickets he takes over here quickly could change the course of the game.
Well, that would be questioning Aizaz. He's had something planned maybe, but yes, it would be a fair option to bring Harshid right now as they need wickets. But I think what he's thinking is maybe he saved him for Akhil. I mean, having the best bowler saved at the death. He's bowling exceptionally well, and he's also having that slow balls he bowls to the bowlers, which is I won't say hard to read, but it's very difficult and decisive. So I think he's left with 2 overs, and they are saving him at the end, so that he comes and does not leak that many runs. He's gone for 17 in his two, but he's always stood there. He's known as the finals guy. And as I was saying, AK, a team as a whole, is a champion team, is a fighter team. Just as we thought that the game was against Caravans side when they had 40 in 6 overs. The game, they brought it back to there. I wouldn't say it's still theirs. It's neutral right now. But there's a reason both teams are in the finals. Both are champion teams, and both are here to fight for it. They're definitely showing that competition we need to see. The crowd's also entertained. And Kasimu looking to go big, but finds the fielder. I think this is the pressure that's speaking. They haven't got runs in the last 5 overs, and they're wanting to capitalize this so that they don't have that much problem at the end, which was the same problem with the Caravans in the previous game. So I think this is something they are wanting to correct, but just not quite getting it. What do you have to say about that, Ashish?
It's a chase for Beck. Good stop there. Any other fielder, that was a 4. Yeah, obviously, look, they've had quiet overs, so they're trying to see what they can do. Try to push the run rate over. Vinu has not had the best of games. Obviously, that was just the first over going for 12 runs, but he's given 4 so far. They definitely do need a boundary just to ease the dugout. The ground's very quiet at the moment. 69 for 3. Some banter between Kasimu and Aga Khan boys. Kasimu signaling a third umpire. But this is what it is, the game, we're so close to each other. It's yes, when we're in the game, there's, sledging happening, but at the end of the day, we're all just a big cricket fraternity. Vinu coming in for his last ball. Pushed in quickly, and what a shot by Kasimu. Aslan. Oh, what a stop. Well, the young boy really, really giving their all and keeping it tough on Caravans. I think Jitin thought that was a 4 as soon as it left its bat. At the end of 13, it's 72 for 3. Jitin Pratap Singh on 25 of 31. Kasimu having scored 6 of 10.
Coming on to his last over is Laksh. He's bowled really well. He's given 12 runs off 3 of his 3 overs and not getting a wicket. Certainly deserved a wicket, but he's got 6 balls to prove himself. He's been getting onto the minds of the batsman. The batsman trying to hit him, but just quite cannot get in the bat onto the ball. He's having a sharp turn. And short, but straight to the fielder. Kasimu not happy with that shot. He thought that this should be dispatched to 4, but finds the fielder. Speaking of fielding, Ashish, I mean, like, the fitness level of Tanzania has increased to a respectable level. That's a beautiful shot. Finds the gap, but no. The fielder gets there. Riziki. As I mentioned, the fitness level. It's definitely showing onto the field. I mean, most of the, I would say all of the Tanzanian players are fit, even the national team, even local teams over here. So fitness has been a key factor for cricketer's career, and I think Tanzania has been more focused on fitness and fielding rather than batting and bowling, because generally we have skills on batting and bowling, but the fitness in fielding was a bit shaky, which we filled the gap. So what do you have to say about that? We've seen brilliant efforts of the field over here. AK starting to get into the game. So yes, Ashish, what do you have to say about that?
No, that you rightly said. 2020 when the ex-national team's coach came in, Steve Tikolo, he really started putting the boys. He started. Oh, that's a big wicket. Laksh taking his bunny. That's a big blow. That's a big wicket at this time of the game. The young boy continues to have the better of Jitin. 75 for 4. And this will definitely pick AK up. Jitin trying to do something different so that he can get the runs. But yeah, well caught by Vipin. Having studied the ship, 25 for 37. But yeah, continuing with what you said, Steve Tikolo set the base, set the standard for fitness, and really pushed the boys. And Jimmy Kamande coming and continuing to develop on that as well. And I think post-COVID, a lot of boys, a lot of youth, seniors, everyone understood that, health is very important. And to continue playing sports at the highest level, especially where Division A is right now, which is very competitive, it's highly required, right? Because you don't want to be fumbling around in the field when you've got such a huge crowd looking at you. We are not used to this. This happens on finals. We've got close to 200, 300 people here today. So yeah, there is pressure on the boys, but fielding wins you games. Yes, they did fumble early on, Aga Khan, but you can see as the game's getting tighter, the senior boys are picking up, the juniors are learning from them. So yeah, fielding is very important. Being fit is even more important.
Very rightly said, Ashish. Coming back onto the game is the guy I was talking about. He's back on, he's charged up, he looks positive. Akhil Anil, who scored 47 just off his previous game with 3 big sixes. He'll be wanting to explode, but Laksh on the other end has been bowling exceptionally well. He's just got a wicket of Jitin Pratap Singh, who looked that's a really good ball, looking to defend, but turns sharply off to the pads, and 1 run there. Laksh, I think the skipper's delighted. He's done his job. 4 over 16 runs. His ball exceptionally on such a big stage, and he's just 16, if I'm mistaken. And like you said, it's again the seniors in the team who's backing him up, giving him the lime, giving him the light, giving him the stage at such a big platform to perform. And this is what big teams do, and this is how big teams create big players. So I feel Laksh has good potential. Laksh has a very bright future in cricket in Tanzania. And Vinu Kumar coming on to the attack with his 3rd over. He's gone expensive. He's given 20 runs off his 2 overs. I think this is a decision where he opted to bowl. I think he knows Anil. He's a senior of Anil. He knows how he plays. So he's taken up the responsibility to bowl and get him out, as we all know how dangerous he can be at the end. So yes, it's a banter. It's competition, and we see who's going to outcome the other.
Certainly, Vinu got the better of him, bowled him in the previous game. And Vinu knows all about Akhil Anil. So it's going to be a good game between the two of them. Akhil just nudging it for a single first. But yeah, AKs just need to continue taking wickets. Yes, obviously dot balls will help to create that pressure, but wickets is what will win then the game. Required run rate jumping up to 7.5 now, and every dot ball is gold. Faster one from Vino. Aijaz looking very calm, very composed. Standing at short fine leg. The umpire cutting off the second run, a cheeky run by the batsman. But yeah, that's the national team coach umpiring. Sharp running there between Vishal. A few words between Vishal and Vinu. I think Vinu was expecting Vishal to get there faster. Partnership 4-4 at the moment. A wicket here would make it very interesting because then you start exposing the tail. Again, even Caravan's tail has not batted for that long in this tournament. Oh, that's a beauty of a shot. And taken. Vinu. Taken by Drumit. Vinu showing all his experience. That was required. That was there for the hitting. Kasimu going there. And this certainly now opens up the bottom part of the Caravans lineup. Although Adarsh, a fine batsman, you can see the AK boys are charged up. Lovely to see so many families, school kids, having a ball of a day at the Petrofuel DC Caravans T20 Cup 2022. Would like to take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors who have trusted and supported this tournament. The tournament started on the 23rd of July. And what a spectacle. A low scoring finals, but a finely poised final between the two best teams in Division A at the moment. Vinu will probably want to take another wicket over here. Cricket is a funny game. The power play, they were running away with it, and then literally AK has put the brakes on. That catch has really turned the screw, and AK is now really noisy in the field.
Rightly said. I think AK will be delighted with that wicket. I think it was a very big change in the game, a turning point, exposing Adarsh to come in a pressure stage where 46 is required in 6 overs. It's not an easy job. But talking about Anil, I think he reminds me of Rishabh Pant, the way he bats. He's short, even Rishabh Pant's short. He's quite buff, even he's buff. And the shots he plays on the leg side, just whipping it. What do you think? Will he explode? Will he show his sixes and fours in this stage? Because it is required. It's the last 6 overs. And coming on to ball is Riziki, another bowler who's known for bowling quick. He is not going to leave the ball. He's going to bowl quick to him, and I think both lefties will be easy for him if he bowls quick to pick their shots. And that is what is required. I think the team will want them to play their games, not to just stop and go for ones. I think they'll need at least two boundaries every over, if not two, one definitely, and the rest converting them to singles and doubles. But yes, definitely the wicket of Kasimun Asoro could be a game changer, which might make Akhil a bit into pressure and might change his thinking of the game, his approach towards the game. So yes, let's see Riziki coming on to bowl the 14th over, sharp towards Vipin, and 1 run taken smoothly. Vipin, yet another. I think his height is a reason he's there at third man, because the taller you get, it's the harder you'll be able to bend. So yes, AK playing their cards right, bringing Riziki at the right moment. Let's see if he can bring a breakthrough. And yes, that's another shot Akhil loves playing, just not getting it onto his bat. So this is what I was saying about Akhil. He's shown his intentions that yes, he's going to go for everything. Not everything, but at least he's going to go for his shots. So do you think this is the right approach at this moment, or he should wait another 2-3 overs?
Look, if the ball's there to hit, you need to go for it, because every dot ball puts pressure onto the batsman. So yeah, coming back to your question about Rishabh Pant and Akhil, I think Akhil has had a better season compared to Pant. He's been able to finish games. Pant has a tough role to follow. It's always compared to the greatest, the most composed cricketer we all know. But yeah, it's an honor for Akhil to be compared to Rishabh Pant. But yeah, you can take some credit in saying that he's better this season. And what a shot! Laksh, that's a 4, and this is what we're talking about. He can really change the course of the game. A lefty, a big pushing the youngster. Aga Khan needs to put in 200%. That's a 4 after a very long time. And that has slightly brought down the required run rate. That was the first boundary after 31 balls, so Aga Khan really tightening up before that boundary was given. And you could see the senior player Abik asking Laksh to put in that extra bit of energy to try and stop the 4 that just went. At the end of the 16, it's 88 for 5. The equation is 33 of 24 balls required. Very much still in the favor of Aga Khan. In the favor of Caravans, sorry. Aga Khan requires quick wickets over here. And possibly Vinu being brought in because he did take a kill. And this is Vinu's last over. We have the dignitaries at the high table. High Commissioner of India to Tanzania. Found the gap between Aijaz and Abik, and a 4. That's 2 back-to-back 4s now. And the equation is 29 of 23 now.
Like I said, yes, Akhil Anil has already started opening up. He's got 2 boundaries in 2 balls. He's picking his gaps, and yet again it's a banter. He's got him off the first game, and now he's looking to take him on. Vinu Kumar, what does he have up his sleeves? Oh, that's a beautiful ball, just onto his legs and moves it. Sloppy fielding by Vishal. I think it's the knee that's talking. I think it's the knee that's not helping him. It's not supporting him. That's why he's standing quite far so then he can get to the ball. But yet again, we've seen many umpires in Tanzania cricket, but not as much as our national team coach Jimmy Kamande. He's had his ways. He has his styles of giving decisions. What do you have to say about that? I haven't seen this neither in international cricket nor in local cricket. A chance and got there in time. So coming back to Jimmy, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, no, look, it was such a pressure situation. You need someone like that on the field just to ease things off. Good laugh for the crowd as well. You can see Aga Khan really sharp there. Abik running in very quickly. They do realize they need a wicket over here. Otherwise, Akil is really going to take this on. Vinu not having the best today. Still going at an economy of 8.6. A class hit by Vinu. Ijaz walking up to Vinu just to tell him what to do. But yeah, this over has proved to be expensive. $23 required now of 20 balls. So we're going for 10 runs. Another short ball. And another 4. Vinu, who's had a very fine tournament, just not having a day today. A bad day at the biggest game of the tournament. Equation is now 6 runs back to the required run rate. And 19 required of 19. And Akil doing what he's best known for, striking at a 210 runs. 210 strike rate. A big cutting that off. That could have been a 4. You can see Vinu is very disappointed with himself. This becomes very interesting. Obviously, we'll have Harshid bowling. And you got Vipin, who's had a fine game. So it would probably be Harshid, Vipin and Harshid.
Yes, that should be a sensible choice. Harshid coming on to a different end. But we should give credits to the batsman. I mean, picking those gaps. Laksh was there a bit square and he picked up the deep covers region. As soon as that was done, Laksh was moved and he picked the covers region. So yes, he has strong arms. He's keeping them into quite good use. And such a big stage. Akil Anil, can he take the team forward? I mean, he's already had 4 boundaries in just 12 balls. Just when the whole team was struggling. I mean, Nanda looked quite good at the start, but the rest of them were struggling, were not getting those runs they usually get. And then you have this guy who comes up, plays his game, 23 of 12, striking at 191, easing the pressure. The pressure was, the run rate was above 9, and now it's come down to 6.3. It's just 6 runs and over. But yet again, a wicket can change everything. AK will want his wicket the most. And Harshid, with the experience he's had, he's just come from international league where he's bowled exceptionally well. The final game and the final over. He just conceded 8 runs, which was, according to me, was exceptional. I mean, the quality he has, the thinking he has, the delivery momentum he has coming on, bowling onto his legs. I think Harshit should have variations and not. Oh, that's sloppy. It's a sloppy field. 2 runs leaked. 17 required of 17. It's runnable. AK not looking quite happy. Caravans slightly getting that momentum, having that upper hand. Always looking dominant throughout the tournament. Yes, competition. I think that's what the crowd is awaited for. It's that moment where everybody's just held its seat, saying that what will happen next. And I think Adarsh is doing a really good job giving strike to Akhil, not wasting too many balls. Just getting him on strike, getting the runs, if not him on strike. So this is what's required by the team.
Yeah, one big over changed. I mean, obviously everything was set for Caravans. Yeah, the spinners had kept it really tight. Harshit going in with 2 slow balls. It's 4 overs, 4 runs of 3 balls at the moment. 16 required, 15 required of 15. Vishal looks very ginger. Everyone's on the edge of the seat in the AK dugout. Harshit coming in to his 4th ball. Oh, what a stop. You cannot fault this boy's commitment. His heart for the Aga Khan team. Always tries his level best. He was absolutely distraught in the final against Uganda. Coming here and again performing on the big stage. Can he take his team over the line?
Yes, I mentioned, Harshit is a big man, big match player. I mean, number of times where AK has reached finals and has won, Harshit has taken man of the match. So yes, definitely. I mean, Harshit Chauhan, I think Caravans will be looking to pay him a bit cautious, but Akhil Anil on the other hand, he's got 4 boundaries, looking very confident. And like again, he uses that confidence over straight to the bowler. Beautiful straight shot, 4 runs. I mean, he's taking on AK single-handedly. He's bringing his form throughout the game. He scored runs yesterday. He's scoring runs today. A good over tends to be expensive over, 9 runs of it just because of the last ball. Harshit pitching it up in front, and Akhil Anil said, "Thank you very much. This is something I need to capitalize," and he sure does. 4 runs straight over the bowler. Get that in the books. You can never see a better shot like that. Vipin onto the attack. 10 runs required of 2 overs. Run rate coming to 5 on over. What a shot. What a gem of an innings this young fellow is playing. The crowd up on its seat. It's that moment again. The turning moment where we decide the winner. AK, who are the defending champions, seem to be a bit of a trouble. This is a big stage, and what an innings Akhil is playing. Whipping onto the attack, and Adarsh, chance, and it's sloppy by ED. Should have taken that, and with that, 1 becomes 3. Aiza is saying Aiza is telling Vinu, calm down. But Vinu was convinced that yes, that should have been taken, and I felt that should have been taken by the keeper. As soon as he misses it, Akhil calls for 3, and they get 3. So 7 required of 11 balls. Akhil definitely having an upper hand, and Laksh comes in. I think this is the reason they want to stop the singles as many as possible, getting the dot balls in, getting the pressure on. It's quality versus quality. Oh, that's a chance inside edge, but misses the stump. Akhil looking to go over the top. It was the ball. It was short, slow. But Akhil misses, hits the inside edge and misses the stump as well. Unlucky for AK. It's long on, long off, mid wicket and square leg. This is a typical left-hander shot. That's why the field is set for the left-hander. 7 runs required. And he goes for it, but no one's there. Picks up the gap, and it's 4 runs. With that, just 3 required of 9 deliveries. Akhil Anil taking the game, taking on AK single-handedly with 6 fours, with a striker of 200. Just when things seemed in the way of AK, the AK crowd, the AK team, AK fans disappointed, while the Caravan fans really happy about that. They're dancing on the field, and just moments away from winning the finals, moments away from getting that trophy. It's been 3 months and all the teams have been fighting. It's down to the wire. 2 teams, AK, Caravans, onto the final, and it's down to 3 runs. Vipin. And that's a wicket. Akhil Anil edged it. Gets a snick of his bat. Just a slight edge. He knows it. He's disappointed. He should have finished it. But what an innings he has played. Definitely one match-winning innings. 32 of 17 with a striker of 188. Credits to him, credits to that innings. It was because of that innings the momentum shifted to Caravans, and it's just 3 runs required. Eight balls, and coming on to bat is Johnson Nyambo, another youngster who's been amazing with the ball, amazing with the bat. Not quite clicked in the tournament, but yes, Adarsh is telling him, do not worry, it's just 3 runs, mate. We've got this. Just be confident, just get the ones, and let's get this over with. AK in trouble. And yes, that's the decision every captain would make, is bringing all his fielders inside. It's just 3 runs needed just to stop the singles. Caravans just 1 hit away from winning.
Atif Salim back in the commentary box, and I think right now we are just about to know the winner. Most likely it is going to be Caravan so far. Let's see what is Vipin up to. He bounces one, and it's a dot ball. So, just taking over from Yash Shirwania, giving him a little bit of break. Caravans need 3 runs, and they still have 7 balls to do so. The crowd is up. Everybody is enthusiastic so far. But this is cricket. You never know. Harshit Chauhan, maybe, if he gets 3 runs to defend in 6 balls, can he do that? We never know. Here goes Vipin. And he's trying to make a single there. No is the call. Adarsh Dilip says, nobody, wait. Let me finish this game. So, we are going all the way to the last over. Yes, Shiranya, I just told you when this innings was in that we will have a good final. We are having a good final now. Just 120 on the board, and yet we went to the last over. So how do you feel so far about this game?
Definitely, as a commentator, it's yet another entertaining final. I've been sitting here on and off, holding my seat, getting up, getting down. But what do you have to say about Anil's innings? I mean, just when all the batsmen were struggling, he came in, scored his runs, opened up quite successfully, quite early as well, scoring 6 boundaries, 32 of 17, and that was the game-changing moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that shows the class of Akhil. I think the over that really he capitalized on was the one which Vinu bowled on. I think he just did not bowl according to the plan, according to the field, and it had a lot to do for the youngster Laksh Bakrani on the boundary, because he was a lone fielder in that offside area. So he was covering the point, the extra cover and covers region. Now here goes Spidey, Harshit Chauhan, defending 3 runs against Adarsh. It's hit in the air. Should this be out? No, it's bounced safe. They are going for 2 runs, and which they will get comfortably. So scores are tied. The scores are tied. As you can see on your screen right now, the Caravans bench is all up. They know the scores are tied. So only 1 run required, 1 hit away. Alliance Caravans are just 1 hit away to win the DC Caravans 2022 Cup. Will that be in this ball? Will Harshit Chauhan just take a little bit more time? We will know. Here goes Harshit. On strike, Adarsh. And an appeal. It's a leg by. And that is it. Caravans, Alliance Caravans are the champions of Caravans Cup 2022. And it had to go to the wire. 2 deserving teams battling it out once again in the final. And Caravans, being the host of the tournament, take the honors home again. What a final. And wow. So this makes Caravans as the only club having won the Caravans Cup thrice. And AK will have to wait till next year to see if they can bring the same level of Caravans in terms of winning this title 3 times. Yes, Shirwania, what a final.
Yes, 3 months and now we've crowned a champion. Caravans looked dominant throughout the tournament, and yes, they've shown that this is their tournament and they've won quite exceptionally. With that, we're heading on to the closing ceremony. Thank you very much. It's been a great evening, and cheers to you all.